Now, protesters have again gathered in Cairo's Tahrir Square. For days, thousands of people have held peaceful demonstrations demanding that Egypt's military rulers step down. Now, they've been shouting slogans in support of Mohammed Morsi, who is the Muslim Brotherhood presidential candidate. Both Morsi and Hamid Shafiq, a former minister under Hosni Mubarak, have claimed victory in Sunday's presidential election. In a press conference about an hour ago, Shafiq reiterated his claim to victory. Well, now let's go live to Jamal Elshayyal in Cairo. So, Jamal, first of all, just tell us what's going on in Tahrir Square behind you right now.
Well, Barbara, the crowd remains loud and it remains large behind me, and the chants continue. Chants against the military rulers of the country, chants against Ahmed Shafiq, and chants in favor of the Brotherhood's candidate, Mohammed Morsi. It is a very joyous atmosphere below, despite the resentments being expressed towards the military. Those gathered say that they have now announced their open-ended sit-in. Their sit-in is in protest at the latest power grab by the country's military and its refusal to hand over all the power of the executive all the executive power to the presidency, as well as all of the legislative power. As you can see or hear the latest chants, we're not going to leave, they must leave. Those here say that their demands are very simple. The military must do a U-turn on its latest constitutional decrees, which strip the coming president from most of his executive powers. They must reinstate the country's parliament, which is the only democratically elected institution currently in Egypt, as well as they must recognize the results, or the results that they claim are of the person whose name they are chanting now, Mohammed Morsi. So a very large crowd, and a very large crowd yet again here in Cairo's Tahrir Square, Barbara.
So the people in Tahrir Square saying that Mohammed Morsi won the presidential elections. His opponent, Hamid Shafiq, of course, just held a press conference saying that that's not true. He's the one that won. What else did Shafiq say in that press conference?
Indeed, he actually started off his press conference by the first sentence was, "I am 100% confident that I will become this country's next president." So despite the massive crowds here and despite the claims by the Muslim Brotherhood as well as Al-Ahram Center and other independent judges, Shafiq says, no, he is the winner. And also, what else? Another message that he had to the Egyptian public, and maybe a veiled message to the Muslim Brotherhood, was that he claims those who are gathered here in Cairo, as well as other parts of the country, are doing so in order to blackmail the elections committee and to ensure that the results are announced against him. He says that his legitimacy is in the results. Let's take a listen to some of those quotes.
Our goal is to bridge this defining moment of our history peacefully. Many reports and false reports are propagated of deals stricken as propagated by the media. We are certain that the coming president is elected by voters.
Well, despite those claims or counterclaims from both sides, there is some certain facts on the ground, and one of those facts is this very large, very loud crowd behind me, who by all intents and purposes say they're not going to leave. And this comes ahead of Friday, tomorrow, which is a weekend here in Egypt, where an even larger demonstration is expected. So we wait and see how or who will give up first in this long political tug-of-war that is taking place. Back to you, Barbara.
Jamal Elshayyal at a very loud Tahrir Square. Jamal, thank you.